Okay, SmackDown. SmackDown. I guess this was technically a go-home show for them. In some way. What was this? Phoenix, Arizona? No, let me do it how Kevin Nash does it. Phoenix, Arizona! Yes, that's how Kevin Nash would say it. I remember that promo. But, yes, this is technically a go-home show before Super Showdown or Blood Money 5 next week. Was it Thursday? Thursday it is, yes. And what was on this show for SmackDown, huh? Well, I would say this was a very good crowd, a very hot crowd tonight in Phoenix, which I'm almost surprised they cheered for a lot of this stuff. But they were really vocal out there tonight. Very hot crowd. But what did happen on SmackDown, huh? Because usually it's been the past few weeks, Raw's been better than SmackDown. But after looking at a lot of things that happened on Monday Night Raw, it has been very bad, especially for this week. SmackDown, I don't know. And I'm sure some people are going to say, this show sucked, it was horrible. And don't get me wrong, there were some horrible things on this show. We'll get to that too. But I got a little something good to say about SmackDown. But, like I said, this is going into Blood Money 5, but there's still some things that do not make sense. So, let's kick this show off then, eh? Because we kicked the show off with the Usos. The Usos came out. Pretty much talk about why they were not on SmackDown last week, that they were missed, which you've only been gone for like a week, I believe. And they blamed Miz and Morrison for what happened. And pretty much as they disrespect them on social media or something like that, Twitter, I guess. They pretty much who we gonna be tagging with tonight, because it's gonna be an 8-man tag match. Next thing you know, the New Day comes out after they did the who thing. Usos talked about the New Day, saying like, I know y'all keeping them titles warm for us and everything, but we the 6-time champions right now. And then he says, tell that again, Kofi. Say it again, like the 6-time tag team champions. And then Big E pretty much says, you know what? That's one less reign than the New Day, which makes us better than you. And then next they just kind of start laughing a little back, like, yeah, very funny in a way. So I'm assuming it may be a New Day Uso match again, which has not really been seen in a while. So at least they've kept both of these teams away, because I will say this. I know some people may think they overdid it and spent maybe a year, maybe 2, but like about a couple years ago, New Day and Usos were the main thing to watch on SmackDown, because they kept putting on the greatest tag team matches they could in almost every pay-per-view. So they could be doing it again. And what now? I know Woods is out right now, but hey, Big E, Kofi versus Usos, the New Day and Usos again. I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's better than any other tag team we got on this show right now, but I'd like to see Usos and New Day again. I'm sure some people don't want to see it, but I wouldn't mind seeing it again. But after they left, Miz and Morrison walked out, pretty much talking about how they're going to beat the New Day next week at Super Showdown. And pretty much, they said that, in this life, there are winners and then there are losers. There were the greatest 21st. I forget how they used to do on the dirt sheet back then. Be jealous. I do remember that line, though. But I haven't watched that show in a very long time with the dirt sheet, but I do remember that line. In their world, there are winners and there are losers. I'm John Morrison and I'm The Miz. Be jealous. That's how it went, I believe. I may have to look that back up, but that's how I mostly remember it, but I haven't seen that online in a very long time now. Rude and Ziggler came out then. I don't know why Ziggler has this fedora. What is Dolph Ziggler supposed to be right now? He's got this weird fedora hat on or something. I don't know what's going up with that, but it looks strange. But pretty much, Usos pretty much said, y'all ain't got a way we can start the party right now. Pretty much they surround the ring. Morrison said, I've always wanted to do the Shield thing. But when they pretty much surrounded the ring, they got up. But New Day and Usos pretty much backed them off then. Pretty much beginning the tag match. The match itself was whatever. It's a tag match. One thing that was noticeable, and I've seen people talking about this tonight. I actually thought this was on Fox last week with this static thing that kind of went on. Because, the screen was kind of messing with itself for a second. And I was wondering, like, okay, why is the screen messing up? But now there was like this logo that happened with the static sound. It was like an envelope or something. I don't know who's coming to SmackDown, but I did notice that, like, okay, maybe this isn't some. I just thought it was a glitch last week. I was like, maybe it's Fox. I thought it was actually my TV, but when other people started talking about it, I was like, yeah, maybe it was a glitch on Fox. Now it looks like somebody's coming. Now, to what I've seen on the internet, and even tonight, I've seen a lot of people say it's Killer Cross. And I don't know if he is, which, listen, Killer Cross just got here, okay? And I saw that name being thrown around tonight, and the way it looked, almost like some people thinking of like AOL online. Some people thought it was actually like the Chris Jericho thing back then with the Save Us Y2J promos and whatnot. Back, all the time. But we all know where Chris Jericho is right now. But a lot of people actually thought it was him tonight too. I don't know who this could be because I would say Killer Cross, but Killer Cross just got here. Or didn't they just sign him literally like 2-3 weeks ago? But maybe about 2 weeks ago at this point. We haven't even seen the guy at NXT yet, so I don't know if they would be putting him on the main roster right now. And Killer Cross is great and all, don't get me wrong about that, but I'm like, I don't think he's going to be coming to the main roster, okay? And I'm going to get to, I'm seeing who a lot of people think he's going to face if he's coming to SmackDown, but I highly doubt it. It could be anybody for all I know. I don't know who, but Killer Cross has been the name of seen thrown around tonight, like, oh, that was his logo. I'm like, that was his logo, and I went back to look it up. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just kind of taking a guess here. I really can't name who it was. I just saw the word Killer Cross kind of thrown around, but I'm like, well, I think he would go through NXT first. Like, would they really put him on the main roster right now when he just got here? I don't know. I'd like let it go through NXT first, but hey, it could be anybody for all I know. Maybe it's Undertaker again. I don't know who's coming to SmackDown, but I noticed it during that tag match. The rest of the match itself was it was whatever. It was okay. I just know the Usos, a lot of finishers at the end, a lot of combo moves, super kicks, especially when the Usos said, I saw this word being thrown around tonight on commentary in the Usos super kick party. So was that a shot at the Young Bucks or what's going on with that? I heard super kick party like 3-4 times. I know Rude had tried to get the Glorious DDT. I think Jimmy Uso is the one that kicked him in the face and won the match basically. So there you go. Usos got the win. So Usos and New Day got the win. So yeah, so we'll see what happens next week in that title match. Daniel Bryan was walking until, and I swear to God, I did not know this was Drew Gulak that walked up here. I was like, who is that? Until Bryan said his name, I was like, oh, that's Drew Gulak. I forgot about him. I forgot he was even on SmackDown in general. Okay, I didn't know what happened to Drew Gulak. And then he still do the PowerPoint presentation thing again. I don't know why they just don't send him back to. So just send him back to the 205 or the NXT, because at least he's doing something a little bit more than his PowerPoint presentation. I don't know, but he was talking about to Bryan and everything, like, you need help. And then next thing you know, Heath Slater shows up. He says, you know what, I want a rematch. You made my kids cry. You did all this. I'm the only one that should be able to do that. And I want a match tonight. Bryan pretty much says, like, you know what? He's got holes in his game tonight, so you can help Heath Slater for his rematch tonight. So I guess Gulak's going to be his manager now? I don't know, but then again, I swear to God, I forgot Drew Gulak was even around. I swear I forgot he was there. But next, they talked about the Mandy Rose and Otis date from last week. The video package. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were talking until Tucker showed up. Pretty much said, you hurt my friend, man. You hurt my boy. And pretty much told Rose, like you invited Dolph Ziggler. Okay, Rose said, I just ran into him, and when Otis didn't show up. But Tucker says, you could have texted, why she texted him saying that she was running late, which she did not know about this text. So that is something interesting there. She did not know nothing about the text messages. So it looks like something is going on around with that. I'm not sure what it is, but something must be going on with that. Tucker pretty much says, Otis sees the best in everyone. And he says, you're just not a good person or something. He said to Mandy Rose, I thought you were better. Next thing you know, fans chanting loud Otis chant. So Otis is over. And I know a lot of people may not like this storyline. I think it's good. It's one of the best things on SmackDown. But Otis is really over right now. And it's getting noticed even over more just with them chanting his name. Sonya Deville pretty much says that, yeah, you may have dodged a bullet, okay? And you had a good time with Ziggler. You know, that's more your type. Rose said, yeah, she did have a nice time, but Deville said, don't worry about it, which kind of got some boozing in. So, could Sonya Deville be behind this, or Ziggler? I don't know, but we'll see what happens from that. Next, Renee Young had a sit-down interview with Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans pretty much talked about this whole bullying thing again, the nasties, and what does the nasties mean? See, in the South, you know, nasty can mean a lot of things, but you know, she didn't like when Bayley and Sasha messed with her kid. And she pretty much talked about her, you know, or something about her grandfather or something, saying, you know, if your pin stinks, then you're probably the pig. And they asked, what's next for Lacey Evans, saying she's going to be in the Elimination Chamber match, which I guess there's 2 women, or I should say 3 Elimination Chamber matches, because we're going to get in the next one soon. So you got 1 Raw Women's Elimination Chamber. You have a SmackDown Women's Elimination Chamber. And later on, we'll get to the next person. I guess there's a 3rd SmackDown, just the regular guys Elimination Chamber then. So I'm assuming there's 3 Elimination Chamber matches. And that's a lot of Elimination Chamber matches. But, yeah, we're getting 3 Elimination Chamber matches, it looks like. And yo, Lacey Evans, the promo wasn't bad. I guess she was going on like, I guess she's got to start all the way to the back of the line, even though you're kind of getting a title shot in a way by competing for the Elimination Chamber match. So I don't know if this sends you all the way back down the line, because now you got another opportunity to face for the title. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about what they do with Lacey Evans half the time, but I guess it's going somewhere. Next, the Symphony of Destruction match. Okay, how could I explain this? Number one, this crowd loved this match. This is a no DQ match, and this is Strowman and Elias versus Nakamura and Sami Zayn. And you saw a lot of instruments involved. A guitar. A lot of people carry guitars coming out here. Cesaro had his guitar case. Elias had his guitar. Sami Zayn had his ukulele. And Strowman came out with the giant bass or something, which is kind of weird now because they had a match like this with both Strowman and Elias not that long ago, probably a year ago or 2. But there's a piano out there, there's a drum set, there's a giant gong, keyboards, a lot of stuff. Because let me just say something. The crowd loved this, and this was over the top, but this wasn't. I would say this match was dangerous. Very dangerous match. I swear someone was really going to get hurt from this, because a lot of these guys took some hard shots during this match. And I'm sure some people say it's the worst thing on here, but the people kind of loved it in Arizona tonight, because what? Strowman took like a giant drum and, bashed it over Cesaro's head, putting it through him almost like a guitar. Kind of like a guitar or something. Not a guitar, but like a cartoon it looked like. And you just got people hitting each other with guitars. Sammy trying to use his little ukulele. Strowman no-sold it. He ended up running to Nakamura with a guitar, then knocking him to the ground. The cowbell from Cesaro, which got a pop in there, was good. Elias tried to put Cesaro through a table, but Cesaro pushed him onto the table then, putting him through it. Nakamura... not Nakamura, but they went for Strowman outside. Strowman was going to use his giant bass-like violin thing, but they ended up double suplexing on him, threw that bass onto the ground or whatnot. That was pretty crazy. Some of these guys were bleeding out there too. One thing, what other instrument did they use in this match? Yes, the gong. Nakamura had the gong, right? And I think Elias by it. And first off, he hits the gong real loudly. And then he uses the gong like the stick, or listen, I don't know how a gong works. I don't know the name of the instrument, but he starts using them like nunchucks, which actually look cool. I will say that. Nakamura made that shit look cool, using them like nunchucks, kind of swinging them around. And then Elias, he was getting a Kinshasa on him, but he ended up going through the gong himself. Because I saw Elias was bleeding, kind of like from his back, it looked like. Elias got a table then. He had Cesaro on it. And then Nakamura was at the announce table then with Strowman. And this looks like some deadly spots right here, but the crowd went nuts for it. Elias did a big elbow on Cesaro to the outside of the ring. And Strowman hitting a big power slam on Nakamura on the piano, which it didn't look like Strowman almost hit his head on the back of the table when he went through it. But he ended up pinning Nakamura and winning. I will say this match looked dangerous. It was kind of dangerous, and these guys hit some hard shots out there. And somehow they won the crowd over with this. Nakamura and Cesaro lose too much, but the crowd actually loved this whole thing, okay? So, they loved this whole match and everything. So, it looks like something is coming. It looked like something was good from that. I know some people may say it was a garbage hardcore match or something, but a couple creative spots here, and the crowd actually liked it, so I'll admit myself, I kind of laughed at it a little, but I thought that nunchuck thing with Nakamura looked cool, though. He used it like nunchucks, okay? But I kind of figured you knew who was going to win that match. Kind of stutter right there. Win that match. Whatever. But next thing you know, they went to Caleb Braxton, interviewing Corbin then, pretty much saying that Roman has never beat him in a one-on-one match. Is this guy on crack? Royal Rumble? Well, then again, he said he couldn't do it without the Usos and any help. But I swear he's already, I swear Roman's already beat him in a one-on-one match. I'm wondering what Corbin's talking about. But, hey, Corbin's got a lot of feuds going on right now anyways. He's battling Roman Reigns. He's battling Dave Meltzer on the internet. Whatnot. He's tagging with Bischoff right now, taking on Meltzer. Corbin's got a big plate on his hands right now, man. This guy's got a lot of matches. What was next, though? Oh, this here's a waste of a joke of a segment. The moment of crap show with Alexa Bliss, no Nikki Cross this time. And she talked about the Hall of Fame. And, Batista's in it. The NWO's in it, even though I still don't know why X-Pac is part of this thing, because he wasn't in the original 3. And I saw the announcer say this, the Bella Twins are the newest entrants in the Hall of Fame, basically. Listen, I ranted on this like about a week or two ago when I first, last week I ranted about this, but when I first heard about them, and, I guess Liger, we don't know if he's confirmed for the Hall of Fame yet, but when I first heard of that story to begin with, I said, one of these things in this sentence does not sound right. And they brought the Bellas, which they are pregnant right now. And here's the thing. I wasn't halfway paying attention to this because I know they was congratulating, but she's the first ever female talk show host. And I'm like, sure about that? And I don't know. They talk about being pregnant and, going to the Hall of Fame and, they broke barriers. I really want to know what barriers have they broken. Listen, this was a waste of time. I'll say this. If they were not in Arizona, if they were not in their hometown, where the Bellas are from, they probably would get booed out the building right now, okay? They're lucky they did WWE did the smart. They did it in their hometown so they won't get booed, okay? And people are going to like them because, the hometown people. But put them in any other crowd talking about this, it probably would have got a lot of boos, or they may have been booed out the building, okay? Because even I'm saying this, come WrestleMania time in the Hall of Fame, tell me these women don't get booed out the building, please. Because I've said this about the Bella Twins before. Like I said, this is them going to the Hall of Fame. It's a joke in general, okay? It's like what Zack Sabre Jr. say, this company's a joke. They're not. It's like I laugh at it because they put them in the Hall of Fame. It's just funny when they said break barriers. I'm like, what barriers have they broken? Okay, listen, I've said what I've said about the Bells before. They're not good. They're just running out of people in the Hall of Fame, anyways. You don't want to take this Hall of Fame serious to be general, because come on, I've had my criticism of the Hall of Fame in the past few years of who they put in there, but this is this company's Hall of Fame, and some of the people they just put in there as a joke. So I'm sure people already know that the Hall of Fame is a joke as is already. Don't really take it seriously of who they put in there, because there are times where they actually have some legit people in there, but then it's like, oh, this person only had one match, or this person definitely doesn't deserve it. I'm not gonna go with, oh, they're too young to be going in the Hall of Fame and whatnot. Well, they put a lot of other younger people in the Hall of Fame probably because their careers ended early or whatnot. Maybe Edge, or they said not Brie Bella, but Beth Phoenix is the youngest one to be going to Hall of Fame and whatnot. But the funny thing with the Bellas is this, man. They're not Hall of Famers, and you've already heard me rant about them last week. They're shit. They never were good. They probably set the division 20 years back. Allegedly, they were the ones behind the whole, give divas a chance thing. I don't know, okay? And I just know how bad they were, and listen, people could go say about the Twin Magic. I remember when they debuted years ago. I remember, and I just remember they were in the company, then they left the company, then they came back, and they just were. They were never. The only really good thing I've ever said anything about the Bellas is that Nikki Bella was a better wrestler than Brie Bella. I know it's not saying much, but I will say that as a positive, because I'm sure people are going to say, well, they deserve to go in the Hall of Fame, or they did this in their career. And I said, and I said this before, name me one good match. And I ask anybody this online, please name me one good match on that, because it's a joke, okay? Because, what can I say what they did? Yeah, they probably slept their way to the top to get to the positions they are right now, especially Nikki Bella, if you want to count the whole John Cena thing going on and whatnot. And same with Daniel and everything. And, it's just so funny they put Brie Bella in the Hall of Fame, too. Then this girl was damn near killing everybody in the ring, botching everything, became one of the most dangerous workers around there or whatnot. So, it's just kind of funny to me that they put them in the Hall of Fame. Because I've said before, at the end of the day, this is what they, this is WWE. They want to look at them as Hall of Famers, yeah. But a majority of fans are probably going to say they're not Hall of Famers. They're not close to even legendary. You wouldn't even want to call them legends or whatever pioneers are enough. They're shit. We know they're shit. And I'm betting this on money right now. Come to Hall of Fame, watch them get booed. And I'm already going to hear the excuse, well, you can't boo with pregnant women. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. I bet you it's going to be some boos. I bet you. So, this is one of those segments where if you went to the bathroom or went to get something to eat or looked at your phone or probably watched something on YouTube or look at something on Twitter, this was the perfect time, because this took how many minutes was that? Almost 5-6 minutes out there that probably wasted everybody's time. Yeah, that wasted a lot of people's time. So I'm done with my little mini rant of why I can go into good detail and everything, but if you want to go look that up, go look at last week's NXT review. You'll probably get a more detailed version of how I shitted on them even going in the Hall of Fame when it was even rumored. Now it's confirmed. All I can really do is sit there and just laugh of how bad that is. Hall of Famers. Legendary careers. Tell me what they did. Just tell me what they did. Well, Hollywood or whatnot. Tell me something else. Please. I'll wait. Tell me. Fucking joke. But Daniel Bryan came out next with his daughter and everything, handing her to Brie. Was it Birdie? I think their kid's name is. Yeah, I think it's Birdie. So yeah, he handed his daughter to Brie before going to the ring to face Heath Slater. Daniel Bryan over as usual. Gulak on commentary. The match was whatever. Daniel Bryan beat him with the running knee, of course, after Slater dodged the first one. Honestly, they just don't have anything for Daniel Bryan right now, because we all know he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia shows, so he's got literally nothing going on. Okay, he's just kind of around to be there. But, well, until I guess something important. Until after Blood Money 5, he'll have something to do. But next, Mandy Rose was waiting for her car backstage. I think the static thing, I'm still trying to get that logo. She was standing there waiting for her ride, but Dolph Ziggler pretty much says, hey, I can give you, my car's over here. We can ride together. They pretty much walked off. Otis pretty much came from around the corner looking all pissed off. They had some Sheamus video air, which he still talk about Shorty G and Apollo saying he exterminated them like rats. like vermin. And now, he's not going to be hunting bigger prey because the locker room is full of rats. And he's going to send them, off the ship. And he's going to do that in Elimination Chamber. So, allegedly, Sheamus is in the Elimination Chambers. So, yes, you have 3 Elimination Chamber matches going on. Gable and him pretty much talked to Cruz and like Sheamus is just being a bully. He's done this to us. He's done that. Knocked us around, making fun of our heights. And Cruz pretty much says, I don't got time for your pet talk. You handle your business your way, I'll handle mine my way. So, could Apollo Crews be going heel now? Maybe something is on the horizon for Apollo Crews. I don't know, but going heel? We'll see. That's all I'm going to say. Naomi went against Carmella then for a number 1 contendership for the women's title at Super Showdown. Bayley was pretty much out there watching. This match, I would say they gave him a lot of time. This wasn't actually that bad of a match. I would say this, Carmella's had 2 good matches in the past 2 weeks. Interesting. The only thing I could say that was the botchiest thing was when Naomi did that springboard kick and missed all of Carmella's head, but kind of recovered with the corkscrew plancha right after. But yeah, I know they kicked Bayley out, pretty much out of the match then. I swear she said, "Are you shitting me?" before walking away. They had to bleep that out. But this was not a bad match. Carmella hitting some dives out there. This wasn't actually bad. I swear that there was a lot of talking during this match, and the finish was almost brought up. But Naomi ended up winning with a split-legged moonsault. I actually thought there was going to be some DQ thing for a triple threat match at the Saudi Arabia show. But it's going to be Naomi versus Bayley next week for the title. Honestly, I still think that I still thinking Naomi's probably gonna get the title shot for WrestleMania, and I said that last week or 2 also, they may want to wait this out, but obviously now they want to do it at the Blood Money show. So yeah, the women's title will be on the line on that pay-per-view. I know one thing though, and a lot of people said this, gonna have to wear a lot of clothes during that match because they got to keep the women covered up because third world country or whatnot. And, once again, I saw this online tonight. Someone said we're going to have to cover Bayley and Naomi a lot, possibly. Both of them got some fat asses, okay? So I already heard comments about that. It's a good thing they have that, but, I don't, somehow, some way WWE may try to cover that up. I don't know, but I'm just taking a guess, okay? But other than that, we got the GoldBerg, who's in the final part of the show. Of course, he does his big entrance. People chant GoldBerg. A lot of GoldBerg chants. He said, damn, it's good to be back. And he says, let's do this thing. He's here to talk about Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, whatever. Let's do this. The Firefly Funhouse happened then. And Wyatt showed up on the screen. And GoldBerg says, listen, I'm done playing games. Let's do this. Face to face, man to man right now. But Wyatt says, I want to introduce you to some people, okay? You have Abby the Witch, Mercy the Buzzard. Who else is part of his little funhouse thing right there? My homeboy, the Rambling Rabbit, Huskus the Pig, and Rabbit said something to GoldBerg, almost pissed Wyatt off. So next thing you know, Wyatt said that, listen, there's only one more person you need to meet. Lights go out. Pretty much they come back on. GoldBerg says, Fiend, I know you're right behind me. GoldBerg looked at him. He hit him with a big spear. He was going to go for another one. Wyatt looked at him. Lights go out. And GoldBerg pretty much celebrates right after. Now, I'm sure people say they may have given away almost, 60 to 70% of the match to what I saw. Because I could tell how this match is going to go at Blood Money 5 with multiple spears or finishers. But I don't expect that match to go on long. I'm sure some people are already thinking GoldBerg is actually going to win this match. I'd be surprised if he beats Wyatt at Super Showdown, no, okay? But at least they did keep this as quick as possible, and the crowd was really into this. So this wasn't that bad of a segment itself, but a lot of people believe that the match was already given away in general. All right, but overall, I actually thought SmackDown was kind of up and down. One thing I should say also, I know there's a lot of promo videos for this tonight. John Cena will be back next week. It's been a while, so Don't know if that whole thing with Elias is true now between him, but we'll see what happens next week. Maybe that weird logo has to do with John Cena, which once again, I'm already seeing people say, oh, it's going to be Killer Kross and John Cena. I like Killer Kross, but I still think he's going to go to NXT first before he goes to the main roster. I don't know what's going to happen with John Cena, but like I said, the rumors about Elias have been going on a lot throughout the week, so we'll see what happens with that. But hey, maybe Cena will probably pop a rating, so he's got to have some match for WrestleMania. That's basically why they need him back. No, I even said to myself they've been needing John Cena back for a while. Okay, I've said it myself, but if it's one thing I know is this: when you leave for a while, people miss you. So I'm sure it's gonna be a big thing for John Cena next week. But yeah, Cena will be back on SmackDown. Some say the show he started on. Basically, he did. So, hey, SmackDown may need them ratings. So, we're going to need the ratings. All right, people? But other than that, I'm done with this review. Like I said, the show is kind of up and down, if you ask me. All I can say from tonight's SmackDown was, A, whatever this weird logo is, Carmella and Naomi wasn't even that bad. Who else? The GoldBerg Wyatt showdown wasn't that bad also. And to be honest, I actually thought the Symphony of Destruction thing wasn't that bad too. Of course, over the top, but they did have some cool looking stuff, but that was a very dangerous match. Worst thing probably on the show, moment of crap with Bliss, and what makes it even worse, having the Bella Twins on there to say they're in the Hall of Fame. Waste of everybody's time. But, hey, it's the Bella's hometown, so if you did this in the other city, they'd probably get booed out the building. But I've already said that earlier. Or Gulak going back to the PowerPoint mode. Or Daniel Bryan's just got nothing going on, so he's just doing whatever as himself right now. So there you go. But other than that, SmackDown is SmackDown. You can either say this show had nothing going on, or they had the hype for Blood Money 5, or you thought it sucked. It's either one of those three things. Or you thought this was something of, I don't even want to know if I want to say the word decent, but something not that bad of a show. Hot crowd, though. Hot crowd. But other than that, I'm out of here. Will I be doing a Blood Money 5 review next week? But at the top of the city, I see blood. I see blood. I think you know the answer to that. I hope I said those lyrics right, but I think you know the answer to that question. But we'll see what happens if we do have a Blood Money 5 review next week. But other than that, I'm done with this review of SmackDown. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the show. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Just check out any other past reviews throughout the week. Raw, Impact, AEW, NXT, or anything that has NJPW in it. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Still gotta see that Sonic movie.